Hello, welcome into the Borderline Priestess. As always, I like to thank everybody for any views, likes, comments, shares, and subscribes because it does help out the channel and it does help me connect with your energy a lot easier. Let's just get into the message. So, I'm not going to use my cards today, I don't think. Spirit gave me a dream, and then they also gave me some channeled messages and visions via my third eye. I got some clairaudient messages as well. But what I was hearing from Spirit, whoever you are, you dismantled and disassembled a very false knight that was running amok out here. Not even in these spiritual streets, just really in these streets, okay? So the first vision that I got from Spirit via my third eye is they showed me you guys, the collective, and the person. You guys have to reverse the roles as you see fit. Gender, all of that, you have to reverse the roles as you see fit. Put yourself where you need to be. I'm just going to deliver the message. So whoever you were dealing with, what Spirit had showed me was you taking off. So think of like a knight and a knight's armor, and piece by piece you are removing this knight's armor. 144 on the timer. I just saw. You guys could possibly be a part of the chosen collective, don't have to be, but Spirit showed me you piece by piece taking apart the armor off of this knight, and you would think you'd see like Prince Charming, some king, under there. Nope. When you had ripped off the shield, the face shield on this knight, a whole bunch of whatever was underneath there, it was infested. I just saw like gnats and flies and just maggots. When you had pulled off this false knight's armor, underneath was just, the word pestilence comes to mind, was just, it was not pretty. And one thing I do want to mention that ties into this message. So this person that you were dealing with this is a very performative person. And when I say the word performative, I mean everything that they say, everything that they do, the way that they operate, it's very much so for self-gratification and self-preservation. But okay, this is kind of me. I'm hearing from Spirit there's not much to preserve, but the person that you were dealing with, when this person came across you, you really flipped the script. You really changed the game. One thing that I had picked up, I have a son, and he got a hold of this butterfly necklace that I have, and he completely ripped off the wing, and I took that as this person that you were dealing with was very threatened and intimidated by, I'm hearing your independence, I'm hearing your drive. It's far beyond like the blanket statements in spirituality, like, oh, they're threatened by your light. No, like, this person was genuinely envious of you and truly wanted to clip your wings in whatever way that was. My nose is itching. That's confirmation from spirit. Yeah, this person wanted to clip your wings in whatever way that was. And at the same token, they wanted to strip you of, what's the correct word, spirit? They wanted to strip you of your energetic abundance. I'm the collective that I'm speaking to, because when I had picked up this vision via my third eye of you dismantling this false knight's armor, I was like, okay, let me tap into the collective. And when I had tapped into your energy, I had seen you purposefully, you in your bare, raw human form. I had seen you purposefully almost like open up your, like you sat down and you opened up your own skull and you took out your brain and you're just, tweaking things like, how can I better myself? How can I fix this? Okay, I'm wounded here. How can I heal myself? You guys are very self-sufficient people, is what I'm getting. You're also very self-reliant, and it's not necessarily by choice. I'm getting that this person that you were dealing with, this wasn't the first time you have had to deal with an energy like this. I'm getting that the collective that I'm speaking to has actually dealt with multiple performative, manipulative, narcissistic energies like this. It's so frustrating, using the word narcissist because it's so overused these days, to where it truly takes away from the deeper meaning and the people that have actually experienced true narcissistic abuse. But I'm getting off topic. Okay, so yes, the person that you were dealing with was very performative. I'm almost getting that this person is very codependent. This person doesn't deal with confrontation. They don't deal with change very well. And what I'm seeing is that when you were dealing with this person, they were not ready for the level of authenticity that you brought to the table. And they also weren't ready for, I'm hearing the word grit, the level of grit, or really your level of boundaries and how much you are willing to enforce your boundaries to protect your peace. This individual, I'm getting that they have skated by through a lot of different friendships and relationships, treating people however they pleased. And when this person realized who they were dealing with when they faced you, this person was extremely threatened by you, by your authenticity, your drive, by your creativity, your abilities. For some of you, this person was very envious of you. And I'm hearing the word silent competition. This person could have been oddly competitive with you. And for those of you where this is a romantic situation, this person was constantly trying to override you in every way. It was almost like you would set a boundary and then they dedicate their next actions to crossing that boundary, if that makes sense. And I'm getting that when you were dealing with this person, it took a lot of strength. It took a lot of strength. I'm hearing that you guys might have been very vulnerable at the time when you were dealing with this person, whether romantic or platonic. You guys could have been at a vulnerable time in your life. And I'm getting that when this person came in to your life, they really put on a show. They really put on a show. Almost like, and I'm hearing you guys are very open about yourselves. I'm hearing that you guys value being open because you may feel like you could help people, like you guys just want to help people, and so you're very open. And I'm getting that when you were first interacting with this person, your openness almost, they fed off of that in a way where they took in all of the information that you told them and they weaponized it, but very covertly. It was very covert. You could have felt very like swept off your feet, or very just very invested. This person could have made you feel very invested in whatever dynamic this was. And I'm getting that when you were dealing with this person, the cracks were starting to show, because the thing with this collective that I'm speaking to, you guys are very intuitive. You guys are highly sensitive individuals. And you had started to see certain red flags, certain warning signs. And whenever you would bring these concerns to this person, initially, it was very much so a, sweep you off your feet, do everything I can to cancel out whatever you're seeing in me. Like that's the energy this person had. Like alarm bells would go off when when you would call them out on their behavior. This person, I'm hearing they put a lot of energy into being the good guy, being the good girl. They put a lot of energy into being the good person, but without putting in the energy to actually be that person. They want to perform as the good person, the hero, and so initially, when you were spotting these red flags, you might have been easily convinced by this person with the way that they would come in and perform to shift your perspective. And I'm getting that as time went on, as this relationship had progressed, this friendship, whatever this dynamic was to you, as this progressed, everything, this person's mask slowly continued to crumble and just eventually fell to the ground. This person became very vulnerable in your presence, because the thing with you guys is you guys will protect your peace, and you're very patient. You're very patient, and you guys don't like to act without knowing the full picture. And you guys will still hold your boundaries. And I'm getting that this person wanted you. You could have felt very exhausted when you were dealing with this person. You could have felt very drained and exhausted, almost like being in their presence. That in itself depleted you. You could have just felt very confused when dealing with this person. But I'm getting that as this dynamic progressed, there was absolutely zero amount of ignoring that you could do. I'm getting that this person had escalated. That's the word I'm hearing. This person had escalated through their behavior. Let me just pick up on these messages. This person's behavior really escalated, and I'm getting that you guys had felt very vulnerable. I'm getting that this person, for some of you in this collective, this person could have had you guys quite isolated at the time where this dynamic, this situation had escalated. You guys could have been very isolated. And I'm getting that the person you were dealing with, this is a person that constantly has to surround themselves with a lot of people. This is a person that it's almost they need constant validation. Like they don't have the ability, or they do, they just don't want to develop the skills to get it. They don't have the ability to give themselves validation. So this individual was constantly seeking, what's the word, spirit? This person was constantly, I'm getting that they would go to you, they would behave one way, which was very much so the opposite of knight in shining armor behavior. I'm just going to put it that way. Your story is going to resonate with you however it resonates with this message. But this person would go to you, and it's almost like, because around everybody else they're constantly keeping up this performance, they almost treated you as this energetic doormat, this energetic guinea pig, almost like to throw all of their shadows, all of their insecurities, all of their darkness onto you. And for you, you're somebody, this collective that I'm speaking to, as I said, you have boundaries, you have standards. And what I'm getting is that over time, this person had just exhausted you by constantly pushing on your boundaries, constantly. It's like they constantly had to push the envelope on these boundaries that you would set with them. And maybe there were times where you guys may have reacted, and whatever way that was, I'm hearing the words reactive of abuse. Oh my god. And like the word abuse almost didn't even want to come out of my throat, but I'm hearing the words reactive abuse. That'll resonate with whoever it resonates in this collective. But they would go and they would behave this way towards you. So you guys would see this one side of them, and then they'd go to their whole gang of flying monkeys and spin a certain narrative to them regarding you. So it was, when you were dealing with this person, you were constantly under attack, whether spiritual, definitely energetic. I really hope it wasn't physical for you guys, but you guys were being drained. This was a very intense situation for you guys, and I'm almost hearing that you didn't know a way out. You didn't know a way out, and I'm feeling tightness in my chest space. Like you guys were very scared. 2222 on my timer when I said that. You guys were very scared in this dynamic. And I'm getting that the collective, you guys don't like to no one likes to be scared, but you don't like to be vulnerable. You guys are a very strong collective. You guys have been through a lot. And so it's very disheartening for you guys when you're in a place where you feel vulnerable. So getting back to the message, let's go into the dream that Spirit gave me. So Spirit gave me a dream regarding this message. And what I had seen was an actual courtroom. And I had seen you, the collective, on the stand, like where you would be giving your testimony. And then I'm seeing the individual that you were dealing with surrounded by their whole group, their whole gang of flying monkeys. And what I was seeing was this individual that you were dealing with. They could have had a very codependent relationship with either one or both of their parents, like somebody who would co-sign all of this misbehavior of theirs, like almost like they would be rewarded, like they would have, like they would be rewarded, or they just wouldn't, there would be zero repercussions for this person's misbehavior or mistreatment towards others. It's almost like this person, when, as far as their relationship with either one or both of their parents, they could have been they could have never been told that they were wrong, or they could have never been reprimanded. So let's get back into the dream. This person that you were dealing with, I had seen them and all their gang of people, and I was seeing in the dream, it was shown to me as this person's mother. I'm hearing the words mommy dearest. Oh my god, my spirit team cracks me up. But I was seeing this person's mother. This will resonate with you however it resonates with. It could be for you guys and whoever you were dealing with. It could be this person's father, it could be their friend, whoever. You have to put yourself and reverse the roles as you see fit. But I'm seeing them, and what's crazy is I was seeing them almost like whispering and scrambling, and then I had seen this person's parental figure like coaching the individuals that were grouped with this person's flying monkeys, like okay, go here, okay, make sure you say this, make sure you really let them know that it's the collective, it's their fault, right? Like, that's the energy that it was giving. And what I had seen in the dream was this conversation between a few people in this individual's group, and what I overheard them say was these people's obsession with them is really concerning. Like, that's exactly what I heard in the conversation, was these people's obsession with them is concerning. So obviously in the dream, this showed up as like a courtroom. So this situation could have either been dealt with physically here on earth in court, or it could be in the higher realms, the spiritual court, where this situation was dealt with. It'll resonate for you however it resonates with. But what I'm getting is that when you had distanced yourself from this individual, their whole operation had shattered, because you getting up and walking away was something that was the one thing that this individual was not banking on. That was the one thing that this individual was not banking on, was this collective getting up and walking away. And once you guys did, that shattered this whole operation. And what is the operation again? Constantly spinning the narrative over your lives. Constant projection from this individual's misbehavior onto you. And once you distanced yourself from this individual, there was no wall that they could hide behind. There was no mask that they could hide behind. I'm getting that this person, what I'm hearing from spirit, I'm hearing the problem is your mouth. So what I'm getting is that this person could have been, obviously we know they're manipulative. They could have been a compulsive liar. And I'm almost getting that this person was, their mouth was writing checks their ass could not cash when it came to you. All the shit that they wanted to throw on you and your reputation, that was an instant backfire. So when you were dealing with this individual, after you had split, it's almost like this person just went crazy, spinning all types of narratives regarding you and flapping their gums to whoever would listen. And it was almost like even the people around them, I was looking at these people's faces that they were surrounded by in the dream, and it was like what is going on here? It was like questionable. Like the very people that they had surrounded themselves with, thinking that this was like added protection from their mask falling. Even they were like, wait, something's up here. Something's not adding up here. And what I'm getting is that the people that this person had surrounded themselves with, at first they could have bought in to the narrative. At first they could have bought into the narrative. You know, when people gang together to go after a single individual, it's always like, yeah, right? Like, but then what happens when that individual decides to not play the game? What happens when that individual's actions don't line up with the narrative that's being spun around them? What about that? Then there's, what mask are you hiding behind? Right? Collective, the way that you guys move with integrity. You guys move with, and what I'm hearing, you guys love yourself. You love yourself, and not in an egocentric way. You guys love yourself in a way that's whole. And what I mean by whole is the good, the bad, the ugly. Not ugly. None of you guys are ugly. Oh my God. But the, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly, the light, the dark, you know, your your wins, your losses. You guys are truly individuals that value doing the right thing. You guys value, you know what I'm hearing? You guys really value hard work and dedication. And this is in every area of your life. I'm getting that the collective that I'm speaking to, you do not look like what you've been through. And you guys have been through a lot. You guys have been through so much. And this person that you were dealing with, they knew that. That's exactly why they weaponized it, right? But the thing that they weren't banking on was the fact that you guys would do the healing work, that you guys were more than willing. You guys are more than willing to do your healing work. You guys are more than willing to look in the mirror. You guys are more than willing to act with integrity and to learn from your mistakes and do better, right? That was the one thing that this individual wasn't counting on. But you guys did exactly that. You moved with integrity, and you moved with confidence, and you moved even if you were fearful, even if you were shaking in your boots, you did not let that show when you were dealing with this situation. You stood your ground and you did what you had to do. I'm hearing to protect yourself. You did what you had to do to protect yourself. Because this situation was a major attack on you. Energy-wise, I'm hearing finances. This person was set on destroying you, truly. And whatever you had going for yourself, it threatened them in a way that made them feel small, because they had to they're always having to perform, to play the good person, to play the part, right? No, the collective that I'm speaking to, you guys aren't playing. You guys aren't playing. You've been this way and you're staying this way, right? Oh, not staying this way, but like, you've been this way. If it's up, then it's stuck, right? This collective that I'm speaking to, you guys are doing absolutely amazing. I'm so fucking proud of you. This individual, what I'm getting from this situation, for some of you, this could be fresh. You guys could be currently going through this. This could have been a past situation for you guys, for some of you guys. But what I'm getting is that as time has progressed, through your actions, and I'm hearing through your grace, I'm hearing that you guys gave this person a lot of grace, and you were very kind and very chivalrous, whether male or female. You were very kind, you were very graceful, and you were very chivalrous when it came to dealing with this individual. And it could have taken a lot of strength, a lot of patience. I want to give you guys a huge hug and a huge pat on the back, because this individual was a piece of work. This piece of work that you were dealing with, I'm grateful that you guys are out of this situation. 37:37 on the timer. But what I'm getting is that in this current moment, this individual, and this could have been years at this point, this person is still trying to tote a certain narrative, and the people around them are tired. The people around them are tired, and the people that they had grouped together to come against you, even they're looking like, damn, wait, who were we listening to? Who are we listening to? Because something's not adding up here. I'm getting that the people that this person had surrounded themselves with, they're starting to dissipate. This could have been a pretty large friend group, and following this, not just this individual, but the people that they grouped together to come against you, I'm getting that not only was this false knight's armor disassembled, but their whole gang of flying monkeys started to fall apart as well. And I'm hearing unexpected apology. For some of you, you might hear information regarding whatever had gone on behind your back in this situation. I'm hearing unexpected apology. I'm hearing give them their flowers, because you guys were quite slandered in this situation. You were very heavily energetically attacked in this situation. There was a lot of slander, there was a lot of gossip, there was a lot of reactive abuse, covert abuse going on. But I'm getting that the collective that I'm speaking to, you guys knew this. You guys are very intuitive individuals. You knew that the math was not mathing, which is exactly why you took measures to rid yourself of this situation. So I think I'm going to end the message here. I hope that this message finds who it was meant to find. And I want to say to you guys, whoever this message resonates with, that I love you guys and I am so proud of you. It is not easy when you are in a situation like that where your mind is constantly being played with, your boundaries are constantly being played with, to come out on the other end, not only in one piece, but glowing, more vibrant, and also with your integrity intact. That is a huge accomplishment, and I just want to give you guys so much love and congratulate you guys. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end the message here. But yeah, thank you everybody for your views, your likes, your comments, your shares, and your subscribes. I'm sending you guys so much love, and I hope you guys have happy holidays. It is Christmas time when I'm filming this, so happy holidays to all of you who celebrate the holiday season, and I'm sending so much love. Bye! Have a good one.